What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer Day with TK. It's Saturday evening here in Findlay, Ohio. Andrews and I are hanging out in the beer shed. Went on a little road trip this afternoon up to Fiesel's Garden Center. Kind of an interesting place. It's a garden center that popped up and had a little bit of a restaurant and sold beers in it. I've never run into that before, man. Have you?
I've never seen that either, but that was interesting. They had 8 beers on draft, some mixed cocktails and things. Like I think they were pre-canned cocktails.
Yeah.
And little light sandwiches and things.
Still, though, if you got to go flower shopping with a significant other, you can sit over there and drink some beers while they're picking out flowers.
Yeah, they had a lot of different picnic tables and chairs and seating arrangements, a little fire pit.
Yeah.
You just sit in the middle of the
and some crazy
flowers
statues.
and bushes they're trying to sell you and the crazy statues while you're drinking beers and eating some sandwiches.
Yeah, it was an interesting place for sure. So anyway, we're back here now. It's starting to get dark. We're going to try to record outside, but the cicadas are out and about, as well as the human cicadas that live on my street, making loud noises. And I know a lot of people, like my man Blue Ice, is down there fighting off snakes and real wildlife. The cicadas did us in, so we retreated to the beer cabin here, to the shed. Anyway, beer we have today is Chai Milk Stout Nitro from Left Hand Brewing. If you saw the video the other day, I did the Flamingo, whatever it was called. It's basically a mixed pack of, you got 4 beers, they're all nitro beers, and you got 2 of each. So this is, honestly, I thought the most interesting one, the Chai Milk Stout. I've had a few beers that are supposed to have tea in them over the years, and I never thought they were really good. But I don't know that I've ever had a stout that has, or is tea inspired, or whatever it is.
I don't think I've ever had a stout with tea in it either. I know I've had, like you said, had some
lighter beers,
weird tea beers.
Yeah.
But nothing like a stout with tea in it.
Yeah, this one's 5% ABV, 22 IBUs. Ratings-wise, it does pretty good. Untapped at a 3.76, Beer Advocate a 3.94, and overall score 88, very good. The interesting thing was, this was marked on Untapped as no longer in production, and I just picked it up a couple of days ago. So I don't know what that's about.
I don't understand that either, but I just noticed something interesting on the can.
What's it say?
I thought these were 16-ounce cans.
No, they're not. They're like
13.65.
Yes. Yeah, I mentioned that the other day in the video, which proves you didn't watch till the end, homie. So he's sleeping in the yard today, or he'd know I picked up on that interesting tidbit. The only thing I can think is maybe the little ball in there makes up the rest of the volume, right? I mean, it doesn't have a little nitro ball like the Guinness cans.
I don't know. Did you cut one open?
No, I didn't. I should probably shake it when I'm done and find out. But usually when you have the nitro beers, they have that little, I think then the Guinness one, they call it a widget or whatever.
Right, the widget.
But that might make up for the volume of beer that's displaced from having that widget in there. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I could take up 2.5 ounces.
Well, yeah, that's quite a bit though, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe it does. You ready to give this one a shot?
Sure. There's not much on the can of interest. However, it does say employee-owned, righteously independent.
Sweet.
So that's kind of cool. And also something I've never seen on a can before. It says, point away from self and others when opening. I've seen that on some bottles, and you can see some videos where like the corks fly out.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that warning on a can before.
I actually had it happen to me once, because I always thought, oh, it's some bullshit. The cap don't do nothing. And I took the little cage off and the cork went boom and actually hit the brim of my hat that I was wearing and, hit my hat. But it didn't hit me in the face, thank God.
There's some gamer guy out there, I think is what he is, who was joking around about it, took the little metal bit off the bottle.
The cage, yeah.
And was shaking it around and like jokingly pointing at his face, making fun of the corks popping off. And it popped off, hit him right in the eye, but luckily he had glasses on. Mm-hmm. So those things can be pretty dangerous. But again, I've never seen it on a can.
What would shoot out of this? I mean, the widget thing, if it's in there?
Maybe you get splashed in the eye with beer.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happened before. Let's give it a shot. Woo! Pour it vigorously.
A nice chocolatey stout color.
Cascading effect there.
I could smell the tea when you first opened it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's just slightly. So,
13,
no, wait a minute, dude. I don't hear nothing in there, bro.
13.5 ounces and it doesn't fit in the 16-ounce glass.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't hear no widget in there. Like, what the heck? Must be some new technology. I'm sure everybody knows about it but us.
So it's just an odd-sized can?
Yeah. I mean, as far as the color, it's, you can kind of see the cascading effect there, I guess. Almost, kind of looks like a Guinness, I guess, to some extent. It's all black and doing this is tan at the top, though I guess Guinness is more white up at the head. But not a bad-looking pint. Poured as it should, right?
Yeah, totally poured as it should.
Looks like yours is still
I've got
doing
some nice layering going on with the head.
Yeah, mine's ready to rock. Mine knew we wasn't playing around over this side, so it's ready to be drunk. Let's give this a sniff. Oh.
I do smell the tea.
It almost smells to me like pumpkin pie spice.
Like,
or something.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it like nutmeg? I think that smell. Nutmeg and clove.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, man.
I just did what you did.
Breathe it in.
Got the foam on my nose.
I saw some people saying cinnamon. I don't really smell cinnamon.
Well, maybe the
I smell the nutmeg and
the
clove,
allspice or whatever it is.
It's part of it.
People are mistaking it cinnamon or the nutmeg, whatever that.
I think it's nutmeg and clove. I think I looked this up. I think actually cinnamon is in that like pumpkin pie spice. Like there's like 4 things. But all right, let's give it a shot. You ready?
Cheers.
Cheers, my brother. I like that.
That's good.
First thing, when you're dealing with the texture of the body, obviously it's a nitro beer, so it's nice and smooth, silky, medium bodied. It's not quite as heavy as I thought it was going to be for a stout. I mean, it's medium at least, but I thought it'd be maybe a little bit thicker or chewier or whatever. But it's not. It's got a decent body to it. It's good.
No, it's definitely not as thick or as heavy as it appears to be or as it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely creamy. Tastes really nice though. I mean,
I think you pick up a bit of like lactose, like that milk sugar kind of taste, which I'm a fan of that. But then you do pick up the other spices. You kind of get a little bit of maybe a little bit of the malt. Then you get like the roasted malt kind of thing. And then you get those spices jump in. I would probably say the nutmeg, clove, maybe a tiny bit of cinnamon, but not a whole lot. It's not as I thought it might be more cinnamon tasting based on what some other folks had said, but. I think it tastes pretty decent. I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting to like this.
well, I was gonna say I don't really taste any tea, but now reading the can again, it doesn't say tea. It just says chai.
Yeah.
So
but chai is just another word for tea, right? Like when you go to other countries and you order tea, they just call it chai. It's just another word, right? It's like saying beer is cerveza or pivo or shore or whatever, right?
I wonder if that's the word they use just to encompass like the spices they used to describe the spice profile.
Well, I mean,
as opposed to actually putting like the chai tea in it.
But if you think about it, I mean, you do have teas like herbal teas, right? That aren't like tea leaves, like traditional black tea or green tea, and they're just some weird herbs. Like I have some peach one in my office somebody gave me, but it's not actually tea. It's I don't know, like peach bark or whatever you want to call it, peel or
lawn clippings and peels.
Yeah, exactly. I drink it once in a while. If there's nothing else, I'll drink it. But I think this is pretty solid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm digging this. I mean, I'll say this. The other day, I had that flamenco one, and I know it kind of blows my mind that it had really high ratings, and I started thinking about, like, am I wrong? Did I get this wrong? I drank it again. No, it's garbage. I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's like the Nitro Blonde with the fruit in it. It just did not work for me. I did not like it whatsoever. I mean, obviously other people do, but I'm glad that that Left Hand was able to redeem themselves with this one, because this is a really decent beer, and I would definitely drink another one of these. So I would say the Chai Milk Stout gets a big thumbs up. What about you?
Oh, absolutely. This is very good beer. It's very tasty.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you do, please give us a big thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. If you've tried this, let me know what you think of it. If you've had any other chai beers or tea beers. I know we had some weird, there's some company in Ohio that does like tea-based drinks, like beer kind of things, but they're like, I think they were like kombucha kind of things or something. They're kind of weird. But this works. It's just kind of like a nice spiced stout. Like I think it tastes like you have that milk stout, kind of like that's that lactose sweetness into it, but it has all those other flavors. So all in all, I think this is a hit.
This would be a good Christmas beer.
Yeah, it would be, definitely, for sure. Hey, thanks for watching. Until next time, cheers.